This Florida singer, one of the few performers to achieve success with a Southern soul-based sound in the early 1970s, recorded her greatest songs for Atlantic and Miami with notable session players such as the Memphis Horns and the Dixie Flyers, adding her earthy pop soda ballads and mid-tempo tracks. The centerpiece of today's video is all about Jackie Moore. Before we start, let's be sure to leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and push the notification bell to be sure you won't miss on any more uploads. Now without further ado, let's cue that intro. Born on May 19, 1946, in Jacksonville, Florida, Moore competed in several talent shows as a youngster, and in high school she created a vocal group known as Jackie and the Jackets. She chose to pursue a singing career like her idols, Aretha Franklin and Gladys Knight, and relocated to Philadelphia and her team. Bobby Martin, an influential Philadelphia producer, was captivated by one of her demo tapes and signed her to New York City-based Shout Records. Jimmy Bishop of WDAS-FM and Arctic Records, another famed Philadelphia producer, produced her debut hit, Dear John.
Walk right in the door, John, yes sir. Don't you wait to...
Backed by the uplifting song, Here I Am.
Oh, I know that you can control me, yeah. Oh, darling.
Moore contributed a couple of songs for her 1969 One Records record after one more hit on Shout, the gospel-flavored Why Don't You Call on Me, which Martin arranged and Louise Bishop penned entirely.
Look ahead. It's your heart. Listen to the pain, babe.
Moore was signed to Atlantic Records when her cousin Dave Crawford and his production partner Brad Shapiro joined the company as producers later in 1969. Crawford produced and co-wrote Precious, her Atlantic debut hit from 1970.
Baby, that hurts, yeah. You've been with every girl.
It peaked at number 12 in R&B and climbed to number 30 on the Billboard Hot 100 early March 1971, eventually reaching gold status. He also wrote and produced the single's excellent B-side, Willpower.
And this is why I say, it takes a whole lot of will.
Dr. John, a studio musician from New Orleans, played keyboards on both sides. Moore recorded many follow-up songs with Crawford and Shapiro, including the groovy tune, They Tell Me of an Uncloudy Day.
Oh, I'm waiting on that unclouded.
Which was issued as the B-side of It Ain't Who You Know in 1972.
Now, where you were and who you were with. I had a lot of faith.
Nobody came close to the success of Precious. Crawford and Shapiro created and co-produced the lyrically significant message song, which was released as single-sided promo copies in late 1971. It was released as the B-side of Cover Me in 1972 and peaked at number 39 on the R&B chart.
I'd be waiting on the way. If I should get lost, if I should get...
It was backed by the studio's house band, the Dixie Flyers, a group of Memphis musicians hired by Atlantic executive Jerry Wexler, Moore's third studio album and Columbia Records debut. I'm On My Way was recorded in November 1978 at Sigma Sound Studios in Philadelphia. I'm On My Way was released in 1979 and is opening track. This time Baby was released as the album's debut single in May. The song was based on an original by Tom Bell for the OJs the previous year, which was co-written by Leroy Bell and Casey James. And by August 1979, This Time Baby was the country's #1 disco hit and peaked at number 24 R&B, helping the album reach number 45 on the R&B album chart. The other highlights of I'm On My Way include the great disco tune, Can You Tell Me Why? And the groovy ending track, Do Y'all Got What It Takes. Moore's follow-up single to This Time Baby was How's Your Love Life, Baby? Eli produced Moore's following album, With Your Love, which features the outstanding bouncy disco song, Take a Stand, co-written by Eli and Prusen. It also includes the slow groove, Love Won't Let Me Wait.
You owe it to yourself, and I was selfishly.
With Winfred Bluelovett on male vocals, which Eli and his long-standing songwriting collaborator Vinnie Barrett co-wrote for Major Hairs back in 1974. Moore and Lovett performed a slow dance in a promotional video for the single, which is her lone documented performance from the disco period. The album and its songs did not chart, and Moore was soon dropped by Columbia, becoming one of many musicians whose careers were harmed by the racist, homophobic, anti-disco reaction that erupted at the end of the 1970s. In 1983, Eli produced and arranged Moore's next single, the fantastic boogie disco funk tune, Ain't Holding Back. Crawford founded his own Los Angeles-based company, LA Records, in 1974, but the enterprise failed commercially and he lost a significant amount of money. In 1975, he composed the legendary #1 R&B ballad, Hearts Run Free, and his even more powerful B-side, I Know for Candy Station. He went to Miami and worked as a gospel DJ for several years until dying tragically in Brooklyn in June 1988. One of Moore's final hits was the well-intentioned message ballad, Love Is the Answer, written and produced by Crawford and published on Sunny View Records, executive produced by Henry Stone. Its words reminded us that when hate is spreading like a cancer, love is the answer. By the end of the 1980s, she had mainly withdrawn from the music industry to raise her children, and in 1991, she released one final duet, Timmy Thomas. What do you say to a lady?
You bore me to this land.
What do you say?
And one is my wife. You stuck with me through all that.
Moore passed on November 8th, 2019 at the age of 73. Now, before we go, I have a question for you all. What is your favorite song from Jackie Moore?